Hey everybody, welcome back to Flix. I'm Tim.
I'm Addam.
I'm Sam.
Were you gonna sit there
the name.
were you going to just sit there?
No, I was watching Tim. I thought he was going to do like dragon wings, but then he didn't.
I don't know what I was doing with
then
my
I
arms.
was like, then I just got really distracted in general by all the
And then
arm
he's like
gestures.
finger guns, pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew,
exactly.
pew.
Yeah.
And then
I like
was
the
like
energy.
writing.
I like the energy.
I was
though.
writing something down, so I missed all of this.
Oh yeah, it was pretty impressive.
All right, what are we here to talk
Well,
about, Tim?
We're here to talk about the new season of House of the Dragon, also known as the summer of the season 2 of the House of the Dragon of the season 8 of the podcast forever known as Flix.
These are all facts.
Mm-hmm.
This one is featuring, or I shouldn't say featuring, but it should be. The title of the episode is Cruella de Rhaenyra. So
I mean, they're
That
pretty
should have
close.
been it.
That should have been it.
You know,
Rhaenyra
these
the Cruel,
hot D showrunners, they don't know how to name episodes.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
I don't know. It's goofy, but
it is. And Tim had to rewatch it. He snacked too hard.
I snacked too hard and then fell asleep. I think like halfway through.
Rookie move.
Rookie mistake, man. Rookie mistake.
But there's also a reason for that. And I thought this episode was kind of boring.
That is fair. That is fair. I feel like it was one of the setup episodes.
Yeah.
You know, like you're kind of
Right.
in between exciting things happening.
But
What-
I also feel like last episode was a setup episode.
Well, yeah.
Because
Half
it's
the
the season
episode.
opener. Yeah.
9
Right,
out of 10
it was like-
episodes are set up.
Right.
And then
that's
it's
true.
one episode of explosions. And everybody just remembers the explosions at the end.
They just remember explosions. Yeah, I mean, I'm just salty that there's not like it's becoming more of just like a not that I've seen a lot of this show or care like know really what it's about, but like Bridgerton, isn't it just like a pure drama? And now I'm
Okay.
like, I don't want this show to be a pure drama. I like the action, I like the dragons. Like at
These are
least we
some
got a
fighting
little bit
words.
of action in this one. But
All right. I'll referee. Sam, go.
I don't think it's like Bridgerton.
There's
no,
not
I
enough.
just meant,
Okay.
like
There's
it's
not
becoming
enough
like a
sex
drama.
in
It's
in
a
Hot D.
period drama. That
Yeah.
I can kind of see. Like I actually think there's
That's the only
validity
comparison I'm making.
to that argument because like there's even a scene where they are like super intense about their cinematography with Rhaenyra and her eyeballs.
Uh-huh.
And I was just like, I mean, I get it. Like Game of Thrones had some cool touches like that, but I felt kind of out of place. Like I was like, I feel like that could have been better used
Right.
in driving the story forward. So I get it. I can see it.
Let's just talk about how the opening scene, Ramen Dwaji, I can't say his name. Fuck it. How do you say it?
I don't know, but you said ramen and you paused and said dwaji, so I was like, wait, there was ramen in
No,
the
no,
opening?
the
Like,
composer
noodles?
wrote a banger to
Starbucks
start with. There's a banger at the beginning. But
Yeah.
I'm obsessed when he just does like a single piano. We're just abbreviating everything now. Piano key.
Are you okay, sir?
No,
Are you
apparently
doing
my
right?
brain is fried and it's not fried.
I'm just
It's
kidding.
Monday.
Yes. I think there were scenes where it was the beginning, right? When everybody
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, the child died. He did the like very ominous tones
I love those.
that Game of Thrones was known for. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was glad they got him back for what it's worth.
Yeah.
He was there in the first season, but I didn't know when they made the new series if they were going to be able to keep him.
Yeah, he does a good job with like bringing the sadness with those songs.
Yeah. But I'm going to piggyback onto what Tim said about Bridgerton. I would say this episode had the most jokes.
Did it? I feel like the first episode had some jokes.
Did it?
Yeah, because like Aegon was basically being a frat bro in the first
Oh, that's
episode.
true.
Yeah, he was.
But there were, this season in general, I think has more jokes than the first one.
Otto at the end when he's like talking about Kristen Cole sending Eric there. He's like, what do you think this prank is going to come about? Like
Right.
words that I did not expect to hear in like this universe.
No.
Prank.
Frank. Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
I think Otto did kind of like a complete flip. Not a complete flip, but you kind of see like he really is about like peace, even though it's like cruel peace.
Yeah. He's at peace with
Whereas,
him
like-
winning. He wants to still
He
win.
wants to win, but he'll do stuff to win, but he doesn't want to mass murder people, right? He doesn't want
Right.
to kill innocent people if he doesn't have. Whereas Aegon is, you can see now, he's just like doesn't give a fuck. And you can see in this episode, I think, that the High Towers, they kind of show their sense of like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Like they see other people as like beneath them, which I mean, back then, how would they not? I don't know.
You're talking about like Helena?
King's family. Yeah. Well, her it was almost like a panic attack.
I felt like hers was almost agoraphobia.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, that's how they see like people, and then Aegon like just does not give a shit to kill all the rat catchers, and you know what I mean? Like come on, man.
Well, we were right that Otto was going to get ousted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Tim was right about it being Kristen Cole.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
You said, what if it's Kristen Cole? Did you already know that?
I thought, didn't I say it's going to be his brother?
No, I said that. And you agreed with me after you had said Kristen Cole.
Right. Okay, that makes sense then. I can't remember, but yeah, Kristen
Cole.
Or
did you say it?
It was one of the two.
It wasn't me, because I thought it was going to be Aemon.
You thought it was going to be Footbrow.
I am still
Larys.
Yes.
That's right. No, he's the foot of the king. But
I still have beef with Kristen Cole.
Queen, really.
Kristen.
Oh, that's true.
Cole becoming it because he can't put the pin on. He's got armor. How do you put the pin on
the
armor?
That's what I'm wondering. Does he drop his role?
I think so.
As Lord Commander of the,
No, I bet
guard and
he's going to try and retain both.
So how's he going to wear it?
He's going to go to Hugh Hammer, who had another appearance this episode.
Yeah.
And have it smelted on. They're definitely about to show something like there are food shortages due to the gullet. That was the Team Black's plan.
Yep.
Food shortages, just supplies in general.
We're seeing it.
Yeah.
See, what was funny was that you said you kind of got bored of this one. I liked it because we were starting to see more and more people. Like, it was splintering. It wasn't two main paths.
Yeah, seeing more characters.
Yeah, because we have the guys that are in the Valyrian side.
Yeah, the shipwright.
The shipwrights. I don't even know their name.
One of the guys' name is Addam.
That's right. I don't know how I forgot my name.
That's a good name for this show, but okay.
Yeah.
I liked that his name was Addam. I don't know why. It's just a nice sounding name.
It's just a nice name.
I don't know. We saw the guy that's going to end up riding Sea Smoke.
Is it Addam?
Or is it his brother? His name?
Is it the brother that was like, you saved me. Good job. What?
Yes.
That's the one that was digging in the sand.
Addam. Yeah.
I get to ride
they set it up. You can see him looking at Sea Smoke flying around. He's going to go chase him.
Yeah. See, I didn't know which dragon that was, so I
was
like...
Who had Sea Smoke? Was it Larys?
Who wrote
not
it?
Larys,
no,
not Larys.
It was the
brother.
One son that pretended to die.
Rhaenyra's husband.
Laenor?
Yes.
Laenor.
That's it.
Yeah.
Can't pronounce any of these
I believe it was
today.
Laenor.
That would make the most sense.
It would, yeah.
I didn't know that. Tim's just spoiling stuff.
I can spoil Hugh for you.
You already told us, Hugh.
Yeah, I know.
But I could do it again.
Well, maybe were you just mad that like Daemon and Rhaenyra was going crazy and she was basically being like, you don't support me, when he clearly supports her? Was that the drama that you weren't looking for, Tim? Or were you expecting that?
I just didn't like all this. You kind of hit on it earlier. All the scenes of like the slow shots of like her staring at her kids, or her intensely staring at somebody, or like the like just random bits of like that kind of stuff. I'm just like, I don't know. That doesn't do it. That's like sex scenes for me. I want to just look away. Like, I don't know what it is. Ask Brianna. Whenever there's a sex scene like in anything, I'm just like, I'm not here to watch this. Like, I look away. I'm like, I don't want to see this. Like, this is,
Tim's gonna love Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but you can skip through it, can't you?
I've never done it.
Actually, I don't know.
I've not tried, but I'm sure you can.
Different,
I know.
Yeah,
dude. So our bingo boards and our bets.
Yes.
I bet hard on the war declared. And fucking Aegon just screams, I declare war.
Like within the first couple minutes.
I declare war. Yeah. It does.
I almost like discorded you, Tim, to be like.
Yeah, he declared it.
First couple minutes are lit.
And I bet hard on that one.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're all around the same number, 1,300, 1,400.
Nice.
We all started at the same number.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one was Dragon Fight, and there was hardly a dragon in this episode.
Come on, we're watching the show for dragons. Maybe that's why I was bored. Didn't really
Probably. You really only see Daemon get on his and then
see smoke.
Yeah.
And I expected to see him go
to Harrenhal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's on his way, man.
That's going to be the beginning of the next episode. Watch.
Probably.
So one of the huge complaints people had in season, was it 7 or 8? The last season of Game of Thrones was how fast people traveled.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Eric made it to made it down to Rhaenyra in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He was there instantly.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was like literally 24 hours and he's already there.
If you look at the map now, Dragonstone and King's Landing,
there's probably a quick path.
Pretty close. So
yeah, I think Aegon even said something like she just sits right over there or whatever.
The bitch across the bay.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Totally what I said. But when she releases the one chick's name, what's her name?
Marisa, the Grey Worm.
The Grey Worm.
Grey Worm.
And she's walking down the beach. Adam's like, I bet Eric's there already. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then she sees him. And then you can't tell which one is which. At least I couldn't. I was having a real tough time during that.
It was their beard.
Follow the fight. I had to follow who had what wounds.
And then at one point, they both get the same leg wound.
Uh-huh.
And then you're like,
oh, come on.
You're like, well, fuck. I don't know who's who now.
Yeah.
Apparently, their beards are different shapes.
Okay.
One is bushier.
I didn't pay attention to that.
One is cleaner.
Gotcha.
You know, we should have just looked at for the cloak. One was really dirty.
Oh shit! Yeah, if he didn't change his cloak.
He probably changed.
Oh, he probably did, but that would have been funny.
Now
that would have been hilarious.
Does that scene of Christian Cole basically just imparting blame on Eric?
Hypocrite, complete hypocrite.
Yes. Does that count as doing something randomly violent? Because I was like, same vibes.
His prank?
It was close.
Sam wants to know if that his prank was random violence.
Yeah.
And if that counts as a bingo board.
Yeah. Because, part of me is like, yes, same vibe that we're going through with he does something randomly violent. But part of me is also like, he's probably going to do something randomly violent at any point now.
Yeah, I think it's randomly violent, but it's also calculated because there's a specific target for it. And so it's to me, randomness would be he's in an argument and he slaps somebody or something, right? Or
like Allison.
I mean, I guess I don't know because he does the same. He usually always has a target. He's just random about when he's violent, I guess. So I can see it being counted, but I also want to save it for something that might be more dramatic.
Yeah, I feel like
he's about to
be the hand and the Lord Commander. So.
Yeah, at the end, if it hasn't happened, we're like, well, it did. We'll go back and
we'll redact it.
We'll re-add it. Whatever the opposite of redact is.
Yeah.
Reconcile.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Just stacked.
That one. There you go.
But
I like it.
Allison, there's another one. I don't know if it's on your board, Tim, but Sam and I have Allison slaps one of her kids.
And she was so close
man.
Yeah. I was like, come on, man.
I was like, damn it. I feel like we were so close to a lot of squares this episode. But the only one that I actually got was the brothel scene. The rest of it, it was just on the cusp.
Not who I expected at the brothel, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. It's kind of an unflattering scene.
Aemon curled up as a fetus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they were digging hard into the side characters, which is fine if they have a bigger role later on. Or I don't know if they're just using them as cannon fodder for people to attach to and then kill them instead of killing the main characters.
Yeah.
But
because the one thing about A Song of Ice and Fire is that they have so many characters at the beginning that they're able to whittle down a few of them early and then continuously feed more in. We start with only 5, not 10. So
they're
I'm in agreement with Tim, is what I'm saying.
To weave out. Weaving in to cut the fat.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how they're gonna make 4 seasons with the pace they're going though. They're not doing anything.
Well, I think that's the thing. That's how they make 4 seasons.
Yeah, probably. Probably more right.
They're like, we rushed the last season of Game of Thrones. All right, let's slow down House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
And now it's going to
Let's
be
not
like,
forget
and now
about
everybody.
entire fleet.
Yeah. So they had Eric win the fight with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Team Black or Team Green won? Go, Sam.
Black.
Team Black, but then he killed himself, so neither one, right?
Yeah, but the Black won. Team
Okay.
Black won.
It's only obvious because he kills himself.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done that otherwise. I don't think.
So
I don't think so either. He would have like trotted off, like, see ya.
Yeah.
Well, the other guy would have immediately once he
He
started
probably would have
attacking.
tried to attack.
Yeah. The well, and then the logic behind him having to kill himself, not only did he kill his literal brother, but like, how could you trust him? You don't know it's the real one.
Yeah, you
That's
can't.
true.
Like, that was my thought. He's like, no matter what, she's not gonna be able to trust me because my twin. That's how I saw it.
Yeah. So there's like two little parts of it, and the way you could tell who is who at the very end is when they're like gouging each other's eyes out. They say something along the lines of, "You left me," and you can gather the one who said that is Team Green.
You broke us apart. Yeah.
That damn Tim remembered the actual words.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's what you were paying most attention to.
Well, yeah. I mean, the fight scene. Yeah, I gotta watch it. No, I watched it all
and critique it their form.
And I'll watch it again. But, yeah, I could choreograph better. I really like his thing about like it's the green one that said this, right? He said one soul and two bodies or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty cool line. That's interesting.
Yeah. So the one that was Team Black was Aegon's personal guard originally before he left.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, which is what we talked about in the recap. It's apparently a lot easier to know that if you're reading the book because you can see the A versus the E.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Or the E versus the A, whichever.
Whereas they're like, Eric, we're like, oh, fuck. Which one are you talking about?
Dude, Rhaenyra looks so scared. Like,
I mean, what is she going to do? Like,
I know.
Yeah, Daemon's gone. Like, come on now.
Dude, if Daemon was there, that would
have been interesting.
Daemon would have fucked his shit off.
Yeah.
Probably, but man.
So apparently there's a line earlier in the first season about when they first are introduced. They get asked like when they started. And so he says, oh, we started at 10 and 8. Because back in the day, they didn't say 18.
Oh, right, yeah.
And people are like, are they twins or are they just brothers? No. They just have a weird way of talking back then.
Yeah, well, they told, like, when Rhaenyra was a teenager, they said the same shit. Like
10 and 4,
6.
10 and 4, 10 and 8.
I started saying that to my nieces and nephews and stuff. You are 10 and 3. What?
I'm 30 and 3.
Just go for some confusion there.
See, what's funny is like 30 and 3. That like okay, that's 33. 10 and 8 is like
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It makes less sense because of it's a different.
It seems like there's a bigger separation, right? Like and then saying like 20 and 2 or 30 and 3
or
like,
30 or like 30 and 7, I'd be fine. It's because it's 33 or 30. It's because of 37 rather than 18, not 10-8.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm sure everybody was expecting a very deep dive in how Old English was talking about ages.
Definitely.
We need to go back to Old English.
I don't want to. There's too many letters to type, man.
Speaking of languages, how have they not been speaking in High Valyrian yet? Like,
because they haven't ridden the dragons. They're not near the dragon keepers. They're not saying Dracarys.
What the fuck?
Well, Daemon and Rhaenyra used to talk to each other in
constantly
High Valyrian all the time.
Yeah.
Now they just don't.
They just don't talk.
Yeah. She's all like, you don't support me. And he's like, what the fuck do you mean?
You're a bit psychopathic. Well, I told him to kill Aemon, the guy with one eye. And then what if they couldn't find him? I didn't specify.
I was going to say, yeah, like that scene, I don't know. That scene was funny to me because like Damon's just sitting there while she's like, how could they possibly have killed a baby? And he's just like, ooh.
They're not smart individuals.
Nobody look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm bad at poker. Nobody look at me.
Rhaenys is just like, oh, you fucked up, look. Like when they're sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But like, come on, how could he have known? This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like random, but also not, I guess. It was interesting.
Yeah. Now, did you both think the baby's head was going to pop off?
I did when they got stuck in the
Pothole?
freaking pothole and they were like jostling the thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Right.
That would have been awful. That would have been so bad to put on TV.
I know. But
like,
that would have been beneath the show, I think. Like, it's not that type of humor, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like old school Game of Thrones would have put it on. Just saying.
Depends on the scene.
Yeah.
If it
does
like
depend on the scene. I don't think they would have done it with, the wife or not wife, the queen and mother, whatever the fuck you want to call them. But like if it was Aegon, I don't know, maybe to like enrage him more. But
I think that the original would have done it if it wasn't House Stark. As long as it's not the Starks or like somebody on their side, they would have been okay with doing it. But only by like the third season.
There was like a sweet spot in the seasons where they would have been like, fuck it, put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I thought it was funny that Aemon's getting an ego now, which was kind of smart on Daemon's part by having somebody try to kill him.
Yeah.
Now Aemon is like, he's afraid of me. It's like,
exactly.
I don't think he is. He's just being efficient. And he wants Daemon cares about the dragons. And you have the biggest dragon. Like, he wants you off the dragon so that doesn't have a rider. Like, that's it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
/ he's just like straight up revenging. Like, it's not anything to do with like
a son for a son.
I'm scared of you. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Also, they all shit upon Rhaenyra for killing, quote unquote, killing this young child. But like literally 2 minutes ago, her son died. And it's like, whoa. Yeah. It's not okay. Only we're allowed to kill people.
Right. It's like
Aegon is, I mean, he lost his kid, which, I'm actually glad he's pissed.
Right. Yeah. He showed some fucking emotion. Yeah.
That wasn't just frat bro.
Right. Exactly. But he's handling it like a frat bro.
Yeah. Poor Helena, man. She did nothing wrong.
Seriously.
Yeah.
She was born into with some psychopaths, and her mom did shit.
Do what?
And her mom has done shit for her.
Yeah. I am curious, though. It's like, I'm thinking more about her powers or power or whatever the hell it is.
Her foresight.
Her sight. And I'm like, is it that like she can kind of see events unfolding, but she can't see the details? And so when she picks the kid, she's not really sure which one to say. And that's why she like points like that, because she thought she could trick him. But if she had been able to see it, she would have known that wouldn't have worked. She would have picked the other one. So it's like, I wonder if like she can see certain things happening and being like, if I pick this one, this will happen, but she can't see the other outcome. Maybe. Or something like that.
I thought it came from her dreams.
Or she knows that she had to have the boy die for some reason. You know what I mean? Like, is there some role that the girl will play?
Let's be real. The last thing that girl wants is to be in a bedroom with her husband.
Yes.
So picking the son is a bad choice for her because now he has no heir.
Right. Now he has no heir.
Now Aemond is second in line on the green side.
Yeah.
They say that. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Like, I wonder if they are going to explore her powers. I know you talked about that last episode, Tim, but it feels like they're like skirting around it without.
I don't think they want to be like, she's
nobody's
a witch.
Acknowledging that she has some kind of gift.
Yeah.
Just like nobody's like either realized or like just pays attention to her enough to realize. I don't know. It's a weird
I think
situation.
It's the pays attention. Oh my God. She like Allison had all the time to go be a mother to fucking Aegon at the end of the episode. She sees him whimpering and then she's like, nah, I gotta go.
Hey, Cole.
Let's do the deed. Let's break that oath again.
Yeah.
Cole Train.
So I think at this point, I know we were talking like, does it count? Yeah, I think we're going to have to say he's broken his oath again and again and again.
Yeah, because he kind of like re-solidified it when, at least it felt like it when the kid died, right? And he's like, okay, I need to button up. And then all of a sudden he's right back to it.
Yeah.
And then how he's hypocritical with the other guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I say we have to mark that as an oath break.
I think so too.
Yeah. All right, I'll put it down.
And then Sam wants to know, was there any heartwarming relations? And I have one to put forward.
Okay.
Jason Bela.
See, normally they are a heartwarming relation, but I didn't feel like that specific scene was heartwarming.
See, I did.
For me, the old people were heartwarming when they're just like shit talking people in bed.
Shit whispering in bed?
That was pretty good too. I'd say both. Yeah. I think more so
the youth,
Corlys and Rhaenys. But I think both were. Yeah,
we can count it.
Yeah.
But the reason why I said Jason Bela was because they Jace opens up and actually talks about Harwin.
That's true.
And the first thing he says is he was gentle.
That's true. That's true. Okay, we'll allow yours as well.
No, I thought there are heartwarming moments, and this show isn't supposed to be heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be about fucking dragons, and Tim's like, there are no dragons. I want dragons.
Yeah.
Where are my dragons?
Tim is wearing a blonde wig right now.
Yeah.
Silver hair.
And he's also standing in fire. It's a little bold, but...
And I've got chicken eggs. I don't think they count, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they're close enough.
I saw a meme. I don't know how to figure this, but the other day, it's like Game of Thrones, and it had a bunch of slides of been around forever, but it's the first episode, and it's and then it's the end because it's something happens, right? So it was Ned, don't go to I almost said Stormwind, King's Landing.
Yeah.
And then Game of Thrones, the end. It's and then the one was Daenerys. It was she had the eggs, and then the next slide was a frying pan with eggs.
I've seen the first one, but the second one's great.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the second one. I was like, that's pretty funny.
The one I saw today was Otto. It was the Ben Affleck when he was standing outside taking a long drag. Otto after talking with Aegon and Kristen.
That one was used for Viserys too.
Yeah,
Viserys anytime, and it's just yeah, I love that one too.
Yeah.
Taking that long drag, being like, these fucking people don't understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
My favorite, since we're talking about favorite memes, was one that was don't worry about me spoiling anything in Hot D. I don't know anybody's names. And I was like, yes, that's me. I know their names, but only because we're doing this podcast.
Right.
If we weren't doing this podcast, I'm like, I don't fucking know that one dude.
Normally she just turns and looks at me.
Yeah. I feel like I was better. I mean, it took me a couple watch throughs to catch names, but I was better at getting them the first time. No, maybe not. Maybe I'm better this time. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know. Catching on to the names.
Game of Thrones was
because I already know who everybody is essentially.
Yeah, because there's
Whereas I think it took me several watches on Game of Thrones to figure everybody's name out.
I would say I was 80 to 90% after the first go throughs on Game of Thrones because their names were
different enough.
Different.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They were all over the place. They weren't Aemon, and Aemon.
Eric and Eric.
Fucking Eric and Eric.
I saw a meme about that too, and I thought it was pretty funny.
Did you, I just want to do one of the Dwight Schrute. Look, Michael, twins.
Twins. Oh, that'd be good.
Nice.
And then Joe dead and Flix just what's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, I think we covered the plot. Do we have any predictions for next episode? We would like to see more dragons, it sounds like.
Maybe one of the bets can be, more than 3 dragons appear.
Okay. I like it. We're just manifesting more dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dragons.
More dragons.
Instead of the drama. I hope that the plot is a little bit more spicy and we're not so
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does Kristen Cole snap? How do we want to do something on how he snaps on his
abuses power?
Abuses power?
Yeah, we could do that.
Well, Tim,
this man now is the second most powerful person after being the third most powerful person, essentially.
All right, and then
I guess the Lord Commander isn't that high up. He's still a servant, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still wondering about those goddamn Baratheons, aren't we?
Yeah, they're still.
They just haven't shown up. What the hell?
They're looking for group Baratheon.
Yeah.
LFG.
How fucking funny would it be
King's Landing.
if we don't hear about them till like the fucking 7th episode or some shit. Like
Dude.
we've just like slowly cascaded all season.
They talked about Darren.
Darren?
You guys know Darren?
No.
Allison's third son?
Oh yeah, they did.
Darren.
And I was like, oh, who's that again?
Well, it was really funny because like I watched some of the YouTubes on the show, and they're like, why hasn't they brought up the third brother? And I was like, there's a third one? And he's down in Old Town.
Just chilling. Yeah.
Or over in Old Town.
Probably avoiding all of the drama.
Fair.
Yeah. Same. That's why I said I'd be in House Mormont and I'd live in this beautiful waterfall.
There you go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
away from everybody.
We're a small force, but a mighty one. Yeah, and then that girl goes and is in The Last of Us.
Oh. That's it.
She gets squished all the way into a new universe.
Also a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets squished into it. Yeah. Into the future.
Oh man.
The last note I have is Allison is a terrible mother.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe not terrible, but just not great. She's not.
Rhaenyra is better.
Yeah. You mean how we've seen her play with her kids one time?
Play with her kids, show compassion for her kids. Not that she doesn't for her daughter, Lana, or whatever, but she struggles with Aegon.
Aemon.
She has a little compassion for Aemon.
Yeah,
but you can see he clearly has mommy issues.
Yeah, he has mommy issues, 100%. Not daddy issues, which is interesting because Viserys did not give two shits about those kids.
I don't know about that.
Aegon was born when Alicent was like 14 or 15, and Viserys was not really there. Like she had to basically raise these kids on her own because you had to think like Otto was sent away. Mm-hmm. So
true. Yeah, and she just had the maids or whatever.
Yeah,
probably.
Which is not by yourself, but you're not showing like the maids aren't going to show compassion.
Right, they're just doing their job, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So more dragons.
Okay.
Let's end on a higher note. More dragons.
There better be goddamn dragons in this next one.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to today's episode. If you would like to follow along as we watch, you can find us on Instagram or Threads. We are at FlipperFlix. We also have a website, flipperflix.com, and a Gmail, flipperflix@gmail.com. Send in recommendations. We do appreciate those. We like watching what everybody else likes to watch. Also, we appreciate any and all reviews, how badly we did, or how much you enjoyed our unprofessionalism, that is. Lastly, we drop episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m., and we hope you stick around. We like hearing from people. We like interacting, so send us messages, recommendations, all sorts of stuff, and we'll hit you back.